Hi, Jocelyn. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing very well. It looks beautiful and bright in your room today.
Okay, thank you.
Is there sun today?
Is the sun today?
Sun. Is the weather sunny?
Ah, no, the weather is bad.
Okay, good. So today we're talking about the Inca. Do you know who the Inca are? The Inca. Do you know who the Inca are? Okay. We'll wait a couple more minutes in case some other students want to join class with us. What time is it for you, Jocelyn?
2 o'clock p.m.
Oh, that's nice. You're very far ahead of my time. For me, it's 5 a.m.
Okay. 5 a.m. It's
Yes,
soon.
early. It's
Huh?
early. Yeah, definitely. I like to wake up early.
Okay.
Do you like to wake up early?
No.
No?
I wake up about 8 o'clock.
Okay. That's pretty early, not too early. And what time do you go to bed?
Uh, 9 o'clock p.m. But I watch it on TV from my bed.
Ah, I see. All right, we have another student. David,
Davide,
nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
And where are you from? Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm from Italy, Catania, Sicily. I am a software engineer, and I'm here to learn a lot of English just because my level is not very well.
Awesome. Well, welcome to class today. Do you know who
Thank
the
you.
Inca are? The Inca people?
Yes, it was announced people. No, I don't know how many century ago, but yes, I heard about that.
Awesome. Well, we'll learn a little bit more about them today.
Nice.
My name is Michaela, and I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
All right. So let's get started. What do you know about the Inca, David? Like, where did they live, for instance?
I don't know.
Interesting.
uh, uh,
Well, were they in Europe?
what?
Were they a people that lived in Europe?
No, I think no. But
You're correct.
okay, maybe I don't know where did they live? I don't know.
Jocelyn, do you know where they lived? The Inca people?
Yes, I would like to live uh, at Morocco during 6 months. 6 months in France
Interesting. Why?
because the weather, the winter here, the weather is very bad, raining, windy. So I prefer to leave Morocco the winter.
Cool. And David, if you could live anywhere, where would you live?
Oh, I love Sicily, but I love Australia too. Australia is wonderful.
Australia. Yeah, that would be really an amazing experience, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys have the notes open?
Yeah.
Class notes? I'm going to put them in the chat box just in case.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to read about the Inca people, but first we need to go over some vocabulary. And for this vocabulary, we're going to talk about syllables and stress. So I'll do the first one for us, and then I'm going to let you guys do the rest of them. The first word is existence, the state of being. So how many syllables are in existence? Do you guys know?
No.
You can usually tell if you clap along with the word. So we have existence. That's 3 syllables. Existence. And where's the stress? It's existence. So which syllable has the stress? The louder sound. Do you guys know? The second.
The last.
The second syllable. So most of the time in English, it's the second syllable, but not always. It's very irregular. So existence, it's the second syllable that gets a little more power, a little more force. Existence. So it's the second syllable that has the stress on it. So now we're going to do the rest of the words. Do not be afraid to make a mistake because this is very difficult to do and it's very easy to make a mistake. So, let's start with David. Would you do the next word?
Empire, a group of countries controlled by a single power. Empire, I think, is 2 syllables.
Correct.
And stress, empire. The first one?
Yeah, it's the first one. So it's empire, the empire.
Okay.
So it's the first syllable that's stressed. Excellent job. Jocelyn, will you do the next word?
Where?
Do you see the notes we're looking at? Jocelyn, do you see the notes that says Inca on the top?
I don't see.
Here, I'll put it in the chat box for you. Oops.
Okay.
No. Sorry.
Okay. Span to cover an area.
Excellent. And how many syllables are in that word? This one's a tricky one.
1.
1, yeah. It's only 1 syllable. So there's only one way to put emphasis on it. Since there's only 1 syllable, there can only be 1 emphasis. But excellent job, because in English, sometimes we have syllables that are very long. For instance, this syllable is 7 letters long, which is unusual in most languages. But in English, sometimes we have these words that look really long, but they're only 1 syllable. David, will you do the next one for us?
Yes. Ethnic, adjective of a racial group. I think it seems one syllable too.
Nope, this one has 2 syllables.
Ethnic. The stress is on the first one?
Yes, that's true. First syllable stress. Thank you. Jocelyn, your turn.
Brutal, 2 syllables.
2 syllables.
The stress is 1 syllable.
Yes, it's on the first syllable, so it's brutal. Brutal, exactly. The stress is the first.
Brutal.
Thank you. David, back to you.
Arms. Known weapons, knives, guns, etc. Arms. It's 1 syllable?
Yeah, that one's just 1 syllable. Exactly. next, Jocelyn?
Craftsman. Two syllables. The stress is one syllable.
Yeah, it's on the first syllable. And can you read the definition for us too?
Craftsmen, people who make things with their hands.
Perfect. Thank you. David?
Textiles. Known clothes or other articles made of cloth, made of glass. I don't know what. Textiles. I think three syllable.
Nope. Try again. I know, I'm sorry. It's because it can be confusing the way it's written and the way it's said, because a lot of times the vowels relate to the syllables. So if you have two vowels, many times you have two syllables. Here we have three vowels, but it's only two syllables because the plural does not make a syllable. So textile is the singular and textiles is the plural. But the plural does not make a different syllable most of the time. So it's only got two syllables. Do you know which syllable has stress?
Textile. I think the first one.
Yeah, it's the first one. Textile. Textile. Exactly. Jocelyn, next word?
Oui. Assimilated to allow one group of people to become a part of another.
So how many syllables?
Three syllables.
It's a little more than three syllables.
Three syllables.
So it's assimilated. Assimilated.
Assimilated. The stress is a second syllable.
Yes, it is the second syllable that the stress. David, do you know how many syllables are in that word? It's more than three.
Assimilate. Five one. No.
Five, yes.
Five,
it is.
yes. Assimilate.
Five. Yeah, exactly. So assimilated. That's five syllables. And the main stress is on the second. So assimilated is on the second stress. Okay, thank you guys. David, will you do the next word?
Yes, set about. Phrasal verb begin. Set about. It's strange for me, but just because set about, I think two syllables.
Well, it's two words, but it's
Two
more
words.
than two syllables.
So three syllables, just because.
Yeah, because we have set, that's one syllable, and
know.
about, which is two syllables.
Okay.
This is also a phrasal verb. So I don't know, you guys, I think it's really useful to have like a list of phrasal verbs because phrasal verbs are very complicated. And this is a phrasal verb that means to begin.
Okay.
Jocelyn, will you do the next phrase for us?
Looting on the plundering to steal articles during a time of a war or disaster.
And
Four syllables.
So where in the word looting, how many syllables? Looting.
Looting. Two syllables.
And what about plundering? How many syllables?
Plundering. Two syllables.
A little more than two. How many? Plundering. Plundering. How many?
Okay. Plundering. Three syllables.
Exactly. And which syllable in that word has the stress? Plundering.
Looting, one syllable. Le stress, one syllable.
Yes, it's the first syllable, exactly. David, next word?
See? Turn down. Phrasal verb to destroy. It seems three syllable.
Nope.
Two.
Two syllables, only two
Okay.
syllables.
Turn down. The stress is on the first one, I think. Turn down.
So it's torn down. I would say the stress is on the second one, actually. Torn down. But it's difficult to tell for that one. They're almost evenly dispersed. Jocelyn, will you do the next?
side, position, or place.
Mm-hmm.
One syllable, stress one
Yeah,
syllable.
exactly. Next word, David?
Temple. Non-religious building. Temple is a two-syllable.
Exactly, 2 syllables.
Temple. And the stress, I think, temple. I think it's on the second one, temple.
So you think it's temple.
Uh-huh.
It's actually the first syllable because the second syllable is a little strange actually because it's like the PL sound. So it's the
Yeah.
first syllable we put the stress on.
Okay.
Temple.
Okay.
And last word, Jocelyn, will you do that one?
Oui. Memorial, something that reminds people of a person or event. 3 syllables.
Uh-huh.
Stress, second syllable.
Okay, so you're correct that it's on the second syllable, but it actually has 4 syllables in it because it's memorial.
Ah,
Memorial.
okay.
So it's 4 syllables, but you're
4
correct that
syllables.
it's the second syllable that has the emphasis on it. Okay. So that can be kind of difficult, but I think it's a useful exercise that helps with pronunciation. When we know where the stress is and how many syllables it has, it really helps with pronunciation.
Yeah.
Okay, so scroll down a little. All of those vocabulary words were taken from the text we're about to read. And the text we're about to read is out of order. So there's a lot of facts here about the Inca people, but none of them are in the correct order. And I'm going to ask you guys to read the paragraphs and then order them in the right beginning, middle, end type order. So the first green paragraph, David, will you read that one?
Okay. A Muslim one Inca site remained undiscovered until 1911. It was the amazing Machu Picchu, the Inca temple to the sun, but by this time, of course, the Inca were long gone. Either killed off by conquistadors or the disease that they brought with them. Today it still stands at the top of a mountain beside the Urubamba River in Peru, and a memorial to the greatness of people that we can now only read about in books.
Awesome. Jocelyn, will you read the next paragraph that's kind of
Yes.
orangish?
How is it that people who had no written a language and didn't even know of the existence of the wheel could within the space of 100 years build an empire that spanned 2,500 miles across South America?
Thank you. David, blue paragraph?
Yeah. The people I'm referring to are, of course, the Inca. The Inca were a small ethnic group who came to rule an empire of more than 12 million people. They ruled their empire from Cuzco in Peru and were not the brutal conquistadors that many think them to be. They took control of other cultures through a mixture arms and gifts.
With
Jocelyn? Oh,
With an
thanks.
army of less than 400 men, they were able to defeat the 40,000 strong Inca army. They soon set about looting and plundering the riches of the Inca culture. Most of the amazing architecture and the complex building they had worked to build up was done and made into palaces and fortresses for the conquering Spanish.
Purple paragraph, David?
They were skilled craftsmen who were able to produce beautiful jewelry and textiles. Many villagers were so impressed by them that they thought of them as gods. The Inca were, in many ways, very tolerant and assimilated the new peoples, their cultures and their religion into their own. But not so the Spanish conquistadors who arrived in the 1532.
All right. So any vocabulary questions from these paragraphs that we did not already talk about?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Excellent. Excellent. So you guys understood everything?
Yeah.
Did we go over the word tolerant in the last paragraph? We have the Inca were in many ways very tolerant. What does tolerant mean?
Tolerant is when we can come si dice?
Is it difficult to explain?
Yeah. Uh, when we are good to allow other people with other culture to meet us and to meet our cultures or religions.
Yeah, exactly. Very accepting, kind of easygoing, relaxed, and tolerant is just when you're okay. You let other people live how they want to live.
Okay.
Let's see. There's some pretty good vocabulary. What about conquistadors? What is a conquistador?
The um,
What did the conquistadors do?
the conquistador steal.
What?
The conquistador
Hmm.
uh, steal the villagers.
Yeah, so they were not very polite people, right? They probably were not very tolerant. But conquistadors is actually a very specific term. Conquistadors are the Spanish explorers of a long time ago. So today there are no conquistadors living. They're the Spanish explorers that set out in the Americas. So they're the people that took over all of Central and South America. Those are the conquistadors. And they weren't very nice people, as you can tell from what we just read. They were brutal and they killed a lot of people and they stole a bunch of land and riches. They used their force to destroy other people. Um, we have some other vocabulary words in here that I think are interesting. What is a fortress? In the maroon paragraph, we have fortress.
Yeah. A
Palaces and
fortress.
yes, what's a fortress?
Fortress is a build very robust where people live in a fortress to protect about attacks from conquestors,
Yeah,
for example.
exactly. How many syllables are in the word conquistador?
Uh,
Inventor.
What?
Inventor. Inventor.
Are you asking about a vocabulary word?
Invader.
Oh, invaded, invaded. So what does invaded mean? Do you guys know the meaning of it?
yeah. It is similar to uh, Conquistador, but we just think about aliens invades Earth. Uh,
Yeah, it's when you go somewhere without being invited.
yeah,
You kind of force your entry, and usually it's associated with doing something bad. So if you invade, you probably want to steal or make a fight with somebody or do something bad. So you
okay.
invade. And how many syllables does the word invaded have? Invaded. How many syllables?
Three.
Yeah, 3 syllables. And where is the stress in invaded?
In the second one
The
invaded.
second. And how about conquistador? How many syllables do we have in conquistador?
4.
4 syllables. And where's the stress?
Conquista. Non the second one, I think.
Yeah. The second syllable is the stressed syllable. Okay. Any other vocabulary words you'd like to talk about from this section? All right, so let's put it in order then. So these paragraphs all contained a lot of information, but they don't go in the correct order. What do you think is the first paragraph in this article? You can talk about them in colors. Is it the green, the orange, the blue, the maroon, or the purple?
I think the first one maybe.
I don't think so. It's not the green paragraph.
No. Sorry. I want to say I think the first one is with an army of less than 40.
No, it's not the maroon paragraph either. Jocelyn, do you have a guess? Which paragraph is the first paragraph, do you think?
The second paragraph.
Are you talking about the yellow one?
Yes.
Exactly. I don't know if that's yellow or orange, but that is the first paragraph. So we have, how is it that a people who had no written language and didn't even know the existence of the wheel could, within the span of 100 years, build an empire that spanned some 2,500 miles across South America? That's the first paragraph because it's just introducing the topic and it asks a question. So that's the first paragraph. And what's the second paragraph? It should be pretty easy because in the first paragraph they ask a question and in the second paragraph they answer the question.
The people I'm referring to, the blue one.
Yeah, exactly. So the orange is the first one, the blue one is the second one, and what do you think comes after that?
And violet one, they were skilled craftsmen.
Which color is it?
And violet one, I think.
Oh, the violet one.
Violet?
Yes, exactly. That's paragraph number 3. They were skilled craftsmen who are able to produce beautiful jewelry and textiles. That's the third paragraph. What comes after that, do you think? We've still got the green and the maroon.
Red.
You think the maroon one comes next? Do you agree, David?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the maroon one is the next paragraph. And the last paragraph, which is the last one?
Okay,
the green one, yeah.
Green one.
Exactly. Correct, guys. You did a great job. All right. So on the next page, we have a little exercise where we have to sort of divide the letters and put them in a category. So we have the Inca Empire, Inca Society, the Conquistadors, and Machu Picchu. So we have to decide if the letter goes with the Empire, the Society, the Conquistadors, or Machu Picchu. A, we have 12 million people. So which do you think that is?
Machu Picchu?
So you think, what are you saying then? 12 million people lived on Machu Picchu? Is that what you're saying?
No. It's two. The Inca Empire, no?
Maybe. David, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you think 12 million people is the Inca Empire?
Yes, it makes sense.
Exactly. 12 million people is the Inca Empire. That's how many people they had. B, a religious place.
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu?
Yeah, Machu Picchu. And what was Machu Picchu? Is it a lake? Is it a river?
Montagne.
It's a mountain.
Montagne.
Yeah, it's a mountain. C, a small ethnic group.
The Conquistadors?
No, not
No? No?
conquistadors. No.
No?
Maybe Inca Society.
Yeah, the Inca society is a small ethnic group, maybe. So what are the conquistadors?
An
What are they?
army 40,000.
Yeah, it's an army, and they were Spanish descendant. The army from Spain.
Okay.
D. Oh, I'm sorry. You were answering the next one. An army of 40,000
Yeah.
men.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. E. An army of less than 400 men. Oh, actually, an army of 40,000 men is not the conquistadors, I don't think. The conquistadors
Yeah.
were very few. So how many conquistadors were there?
400. Yes. Okay. E is the Conquistadors and D is the Inca Society or something.
Yeah.
Inca Empire.
Yeah. So D is Inca and E is the conquistadors.
Yeah.
So they had very few men. But how did the conquistadors have the advantage?
Because they have army. They have army. No army. Weapons. I don't know.
So how did the conquistadors have the advantage over the Inca people?
Beautiful jewelry, textiles.
So that's some of the things that the Inca had. We'll come back to the conquistadors in just a minute. We'll continue with this exercise. F, who arrived in 1532?
Conquistadors.
Yeah, the conquistadors. G, brought many diseases. Who brought diseases? Who brought diseases?
I think they was the Conquistadors.
Yeah, the conquistadors brought diseases. We'll talk more about that after this exercise because it was an important thing they did. H, brutal conquerors. Brutal conquerors.
The Conquistadors.
Also the conquistadors, yeah. Capital city, Cusco in Peru?
Yes, capital alors Inca Society, no?
Yeah, the Inca. Yeah, the Inca Empire probably had its capital city was in Peru. Close to the Urubamba River in Peru.
Machu Picchu.
That's Machu Picchu. Covered an area of 2,500 miles.
Machu Picchu.
No, the Inca Empire.
No.
The Inca Empire.
Yeah, the Inca Empire. So the empire was large. The mountain is also large, but not 2,500 miles. L, didn't know about the wheel. Who did not know about the wheel? Was it the conquistadors or the Inca?
I think the Conquistadors.
So you think the conquistadors did not know about the wheel? What is the wheel? Do you guys know?
Yeah.
What?
How to explain wheel? I don't know. They are the part of an auto, for example, to rotate.
Yes, exactly. So it's something round that helps you move from one place to another.
Okay.
Okay, so who did not know about the wheel? Was it the Inca or the conquistadors?
I'm reading the text, but data control.
It's in the very first paragraph, paragraph number 1.
Yeah, okay.
The Inca Empire.
The Inca Empire or the Inca Society are the ones that did not know about the wheel. So they were less advanced than the conquistadors. Discovered in 1911. What was discovered in 1911?
In Kansas City?
Nope.
No, in the Inca Empire.
Nope.
No. Oh.
Nope.
Alors the Conquistadors.
Nope.
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu was discovered in 1911. This is in, let me find the paragraph. It's in the green paragraph. Only one amazing Inca site remained undiscovered until 1911. It was the amazing Machu Picchu. So it was discovered in 1911. And had no written language. Who had no written language?
The Inca Society.
The Inca Society, yeah. Very good at making things?
The Inca Society too?
Probably, yeah, Inca Society. And very tolerant.
The Inca Society.
Yeah, exactly. Not the conquistadors for sure. They were not tolerant.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's discuss a little bit. We talked about how the Inca had no written language, right? So what does that mean? If they had no written language, what does that mean for us? How much do we know about the Inca society?
Maybe vocal transmission about generations?
Possibly. The only problem is that all of the Inca people are dead.
Oops.
So basically, since they had no written language, it's very difficult to know anything about them because they left no written records and all of them are dead. So no one can say anything about what it was like or their history. So we know very little about the Inca people. Where were the Inca people based? Where?
In South America?
In South America, yeah. So the Spanish explorers went to South America and they claimed all this land. And the Inca Empire was based in South America, South and Central America. It was a very large empire, 2,500 miles. So it was a large empire, but based in South America. So how did the conquistadors have an advantage over the Inca Empire? How did they have an advantage over the Inca Empire? So in the article, it says that the Inca Empire's army was 40,000 men, which is a lot of people, and the conquistadors were only 400, right?
Yeah, but it seems that the conquistadors were more focused on war, so they...
All right, so that's an interesting point. They came only for the purpose of war, right? So they were prepared.
Yeah.
And what other advantages might they have had? They're coming from Spain, right?
I don't know if they used the ship.
They probably did. How else can you get to South America from Spain?
Yeah,
At that time, there was only ships. So they probably had ships coming from Spain to South America.
Maybe warship?
What?
Maybe warship?
A warship, yeah, they had a warship maybe, but that probably wasn't their main advantage. We talked about how the Inca people didn't know about the wheel, right?
Yeah,
Do you think the conquistadors did know about the wheel?
I think so.
So probably the conquistadors had more knowledge and information, and they were a more advanced people, right?
Yeah.
So that was their main advantage because the conquistadors were coming from a very rich and knowledgeable country, and they had a bunch of things like weapons, like guns. Something they
Yeah.
mentioned is arms. So they had guns, they had swords, and the Inca people probably did not. So it was very easy for the conquistadors to come in with a few guns and swords and that kind of thing. Well, maybe not guns. I don't know. But they came in with weapons, and they came in with technology, and they came in with ships and all kinds of things that the Inca people did not have. So, because of all the advances that the conquistadors had, they were easily able to take control of the Inca Empire with only 400 men. That's not very many people.
Yeah.
There was 12 million people in the Inca Empire, and only 400 men completely crushed the Inca Empire. So they had a pretty big advantage. What do you guys think of this situation, and what do you think of the article? David, what do you think?
It explain us a bit of information about the invasion of the conquistadors in South America. Uh, and I think Inca people were peaceful people, so they were surprised about this war. It
Mm-hmm.
seems so.
Mm-hmm. Jocelyn, what do you think about the article
Hmm.
or about the Inca Empire?
The conquistadors were strong. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they were strong, they invaded, and they took control. I think it's a little bit sad because the Inca people were a very strong and large nation, especially for that time in South America. There weren't that many people, so it was like a huge nation with lots of culture and diverse things. And just a few conquistadors came in and killed everything. And now we don't know almost anything about the Inca Empire because they were wiped out, completely extinct by the conquistadors.
Yeah.
Is this situation a situation that's common in history?
Not so common for me. Uh,
You don't think?
mm, yes, but the strange thing is that there is no written testimonial about Inca. In other situation, we have, for example, Egyptian. We have a lot of information because they wrote on their culture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so since they were able to write, we still have a lot of information about their society and different things like that.
Yes, of course, we can think about uh, native Indians that were killed, a lot of them, but it's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think it's actually a pretty common situation in history, though, because if you look at the world as a whole, a lot of like indigenous people have been killed and wiped out by other populations. So
yeah,
obviously it happened with the Inca people, but if you look at North America, the same thing happened. We had a lot of Native American populations, and the intruders, the Europeans mainly, um, killed off most of the native people. So if you
yeah,
look at Canada and the US, it's the same thing. we have very few people that are native, and most of the people on the continent are European descendant.
Yeah.
And it happens in almost everywhere in history, in Africa, in Asia. It's not very common in Europe, but
Mm,
other places it's very common.
yes. Just because in Europe it was has a long history, so maybe.
Yeah, most Europeans are actually the native people of Europe.
Yeah.
So there's no way, no one wiped them out. They were pretty strong as a unit. So, yay, Europe.
Yeah.
All right. Any last comments on the conquistadors or the Inca people or Machu Picchu or anything? Where is Machu Picchu in modern day countries? Where is Machu Picchu?
Peru?
Yeah, Peru. Have you guys ever been to South America?
No,
Yes.
unfortunately not.
Jocelyn, have you been to
Yeah.
South America?
Yes, yes. I saw
Where?
Machu Picchu. I saw
Really?
Machu Picchu. Yes,
Wow. When?
yes.
Can you tell us about that experience?
It's very, very wonderful. It's beautiful.
When did you go to Machu Picchu? A long
Oh.
time ago?
Ouais, a long time ago, 10 years ago.
So you went to Peru and only Peru or other places also?
I did a circus in Peru.
Excellent. And what was your experience there? Did you enjoy Peru?
Yes, yes. Very glad.
How long did you stay?
The 15 days.
15 days?
Yes.
Wow.
It is not enough for to visit the countries, a big country.
Yeah.
It's only aperçu. It's only I don't know the word in English. Aperçu. It's only aperçu. Inside. It's only inside.
I see. So you had 15 days for the inside of Peru, all of
Yes.
Peru. That must have been an amazing trip. David, have you ever been anywhere outside of your own country?
Yeah, but in Europe, of course, I I want to go to USA, but I can't now. But I was in England, Germany, and stop. Yeah, so only England and Germany.
How was your experience in Germany?
Oh, it's a wonderful place, but I don't like a lot Germans. Just it's a fair question. In Sicily, we are very comfortable with our tourists, and in Germany, not so much. So it's different for us, and I don't like it a lot.
There are a lot of cultural
place is-
differences.
Yeah, the place is beautiful just because there are a lot of forest. It's very, very beautiful. But I don't like a lot of people, but it's my problem. But yes, it's.
Yeah. And where would you guys go if you had an opportunity to travel now? David, where would you go if you could go anywhere right now?
For my work, I think USA just because it's the most valuable today for a software developer. But I like a lot to go to Australia just for the nature, a lot of thinking, beautiful thing, yes.
And where in the US would you like to go?
Mm, I don't know, just because I don't know very well the cities, but of course I saw New York and San Francisco in pictures, but they are very beautiful. It seems, but a lot of city maybe are beautiful as the same, but I don't know.
Yeah, they're very different and also on opposite ends of the country. So you have New
Yeah,
York, which is East Coast, and San Francisco and LA are on the West Coast. So they're
yeah,
very far away too.
yeah.
Jocelyn, if you could go anywhere, where would you go?
Uh, I would like to China.
Really?
Yes,
Interesting. Why?
because I would like uh, the mural, the big hall.
The Great Wall of China?
Uh, because I would like to see the culture,
The what?
uh, culture, culture.
Oh, the culture, yeah.
Hmm?
The
Euh,
culture.
le mur de.
Yeah, yeah, the wall. The wall is a really historic and interesting thing, and I've heard it's an amazing thing to see.
Yes,
And what about the food? Would you enjoy the Chinese food?
yes. I like because I eat two time per month.
Really?
Restaurant, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chinese food is delicious.
Chinese restaurant.
What's your
No,
favorite?
Italian one is better. Okay.
What, David?
Italian food is better.
Yes, I like pizza.
Oh, okay. We have a lot of beautiful things to eat.
What about German food, David? Did you enjoy the German food?
Mm, yes, because there are a lot of I don't know what to say, but things that go back for the silhouette. Usual beer, pretzel. See, yes, but I want, but I like it. I like that.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah.
All right. So your choice, guys. We can either continue with a little bit more conversation, or we can play hangman with a vocabulary word that I chose. Which would you prefer?
It's the same for me.
What?
It's the same for me. No problem.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Jocelyn, which do you prefer? Conversation or the game, the vocabulary game?
The game.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So I chose a word, and it is a synonym to the word nice. A synonym to the word nice. So can you
Yes.
guys think of some synonyms for nice?
Yes.
beautiful.
Hmm?
Could be beautiful. What else?
Hmm? Pretty.
Pretty could be, possibly. Those are more physical characteristics. Nice is usually kind of a personality trait. Can you guys think of any other synonyms?
Good.
Good, yeah, good. That's a good one. Okay, so now guess letters. This word has 7 letters in it.
Mm-hmm.
So Jocelyn gets the first letter.
L.
L. Well, there is an L in this word. It's the last one. And David, guess a letter.
A.
A?
Yeah.
You guys did well. We have one L and 2 A's. So now we have, it looks looks like this. We've got A blank blank, A blank, L blank. So Jocelyn, guess another letter.
M. M.
M. Good job. You guys are doing so well. I can't believe it. There is an M in here.
Huh?
I guess I picked too easy a word. So now we have A, M, blank, A, blank, L, blank. David, your turn again.
E.
Yep. You guys are on it. I can't believe it. So it's A, M, blank, A, blank, L, E. Jocelyn?
B.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Not one wrong letter yet. I thought this was going to be such a good word. I was going to try and trick you guys. And I'm just failing. David, your turn.
P.
No.
No.
Nope, no P.
No.
Which one?
Yay, at least I get one.
I.
Yeah. So the word is amiable, amiable. And it means friendly. Amiable
Okay.
means friendly.
Amiable.
So it's a synonym to the word nice. I can't believe that you guys got that so quickly with only one wrong letter. I'm so mad. I always try and get the word that I think nobody will guess, but you guys got it, and so fast. I'll have to try harder next time.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in this class, not leaving me all by myself. And I'm ending this class so I can start my next class. Maybe I'll see you guys again. Thank you.
I can. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.